Hello, here we are again with the energies of the week, this time for the week 30th of March to the 5th of April 2015. Let's see what energies are in play for this coming week. Okay, well, as you can see, this is the Two of Wands. This is actually shows the establishment of the element of fire. The Ace of Wands, that shows us the seed of the energy, the starting of the energy, of all that's associated with it, the inspiration, the strength, etc. And the Two, which we have here, is the advancement of that. It gives us a notion of how this energy will be. It'll start to materialize. And this card really corresponds to our internal power. As this person here, as we've seen previously, has a globe of the world in his hand. He's contemplating where to go, where he can possibly go. He's got a lot of potential, personal power and ideas. The whole concept of this fiery wands suit is beginning to make sense to him now. This is for the beginning of the week. Now, looking on to the middle of the week, around Wednesday, we've got the Ten of Swords. At first glance, this doesn't seem like a very nice card. Well, in general, when we're talking about the minor arcana in the tarot, we start with the Ace, and then that develops through to the 2 over here, and the 3 and the 4, etc. And it goes through all of the numbers until it gets to the 10. So the 10 in itself is actually the end of a cycle. Likewise, it's also the beginning of a new cycle. And this is the part that we need to be looking at here. Right here, this is very similar to the Death card, as the situation couldn't get really any worse than it is. It's a warning. It's saying that the worst is actually over and that something else new is on the horizon. It represents change. Now this person here has been totally spiked by all 10 swords. His situation couldn't get any worse. This doesn't mean to say that the current situation is going to arrive at this. It's actually saying or indicating that the situation is already at this point, and that now the dawn is visible. Similar cards to this are, as I just said, the Death card, and up to a certain point, the Wheel of Fortune, which we pulled out last week. A change of fortune. Here on the horizon, we can see clearly the dawn is breaking. The night is withdrawing, and the new cycle is beginning. It's a clear signal that the worst is over, that things couldn't get any worse, and that now we're beginning with a brand new cycle and entering into a new phase. And this is going to develop into what we have coming in towards the end of the week, which is pure joy, happiness, family, which is also another 10. This is to say that the act of happiness has surpassed this and is now simple happiness and joy in and of itself, without all the external elements. It's just pure joy. It's a perfect development of happiness. Now, when we look at it in perspective with all of this, to me this says that at the beginning of the week over here we're going to be realizing our full potential, which we haven't been doing over the last few weeks due to the crazy energies that have been floating around. And we're going to realize that we can't, things can't get any worse, and that a spark of light is beginning to appear on the horizon, and that things will be getting better. In fact, things are getting better. We'll begin to remember exactly what happiness was, and we'll actually start to develop this happiness that's indicated here. It's a moment of change. The change has now begun. It started with its first steps here. And now comes the happiness, etc., the happiness and joy that we've been waiting so long for. I'm going to just take out a few more cards now to see how these energies will develop in the coming weeks. Okay, let's see what we have here. First, we've got the Chariot. It's one of the major arcanas, which means this is actually quite an important reading. The start of these new beginnings. The Chariot always pulls forwards. We'll simply see where we want to go, where we need to go, and we'll head off in that direction. As simple as that. We'll set off on the right track is what it's trying to say. Here, the person represented here by the the 5 of cups, he's had 3 of his 5 cups knocked over. And he's actually quite sad about it. The person here is full of remorse and sadness. So much so, in fact, that he's concentrating more on the spilt cups than the cups that he has left. He actually has 2 cups behind him. What comes up for me when I see this is that that here, all of the loss and hurt that we've had in the previous weeks, we're actually still concentrating a little bit on that loss right now here with this 5 of cups. Instead of seeing what we actually have left and going on forwards with our other plans. It's advising us that the best way to get as much as we can out of this happiness and this joy is to simply concentrate on what we have left instead of being remorseful over what we've lost. As we have it right over here, we have the 2 of cups. Now for me, these 2 cups here are the same as these 2 here. These are the cups that we have left. This is saying that we should, or that we need to unite our forces. We need to bring all the energies that we have together and use the combination of energies. This is celebrating all that we have right now. To not concentrate on what's been lost and what's gone. This is the best way to move forward with this happiness. Let's do a quick recap here. At the beginning of the week, our own potential. We're beginning to realise that we're in control. Here, things can't get much worse than they are, but we know now that the light is coming, and that, as I said, things can't get worse. We start to head towards complete and utter joy and happiness. To move on with this, we just go forwards with the Chariot here. We set our objectives, and we don't wander from that path. We don't concentrate on what's been lost, but on what we have left. And we use this element that we have left to unite our forces, which will help us realise this happiness that's entering in at the end of the week. Okay, well, as usual, I hope this has helped you. It is actually a general reading for everybody, but everyone will interpret this in their own way. I aim to give general ideas here when I do the readings, so that you can interpret it and associate it with your own life. If anybody would like a personal one-to-one reading, then I do these over the telephone or via Skype. You just get in touch with me via my website below if you're interested in this. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and enjoy this week, which is the beginning of something new for everybody. See you next week.